Hello, my fellow boils and ghouls. I got another pack of smokes for us to try. I got the Camel Turkish Blend Jade variety pack of smokes. Here's the very back. Surgeon General's warning. Very front. Sideline. Bottom. And the very top. And I believe these are a menthol type of smokes made by Camel. And I'm excited because I never tried them before. Tip the pack. And it's up to you as a smoker if you want to tamp or not tamp the pack. But sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And in theory, tamping the pack helps ensure that the cigarette burns slower. But I'd say that's more of a theory than anything. Turkish Jade. Says it on the cigarette, which is really cool. Has the iconic checkerboard design with the green little sliver that looks like some kind of Arabic or some other Middle Eastern language. Maybe Armenian, something like that. Anyway, the moment of truth. Let's pop a smoke. Wow, that's not bad. That's really good. Imagine smoking like a Camel Turkish Royal mixed with menthol. Really good. It can taste like a subtle amount of chocolate, and you can definitely feel the menthol. Oh. The menthol, I'd say it's a medium to high intensity, but it's not the most strongest menthol. If you really want a strong menthol, go for Camel Crushes, the Green Cools, or if you're really bold enough, the Newports, which are disgusting and harsh for a menthol cigarette. I can't do a Newport. And the cigarette smoke itself, it's very clean and smooth. And the menthol flavor, I'd say it's a medium flavor intensity. Really good smoke. If I was to rate out of 5 stars, the Turkish Jade, I'd give it 5 stars. It's not the most strongest flavor, but it's different. It has that iconic Turkish blend tobacco taste that's known to be both full-bodied, kind of has that grainy, kind of toasty flavor, along with a very smooth drag, along with the menthol coolant sensation. And for sure, the Turkish Jade are definitely a full flavor pack of smokes. But they are not as strong as Camel Crushes. Camel Crushes are like the Camel version of the Marlboro Blacks. Those things are strong. But if you're really into menthol, I highly recommend giving the Turkish Jade a try. They're pretty good. Not as strong as Camel Crushes, though. Or Cools. Cools are really good for a menthol cigarette. Well, that's my review of the Camel Turkish Jades. But wait, there's more. I also got a drink for us to try for the books. Mexican Pepsi. How about it? And the good thing about Mexican sodas versus American is they actually use real sugar, which America used to do back in the 90s and 80s and that kind of time frame. The 1990s we're talking about. And then they eventually changed it. I guess it was cheaper or something like that. But if you ask me, flavor is the most important thing as a consumer. Anyway, let's give the Pepsi a try, shall we? Here's the very front, very back, bottom, top with the iconic Pepsi logo. I will tell you this, Pepsi is, the flavor of Pepsi is pretty different to Coke. It has a more kind of syrupy kind of flavor. Imagine drinking like chocolate mixed with like cloves and vanilla. I kind of favor the taste of Pepsi a little bit more than Coca-Cola. Simply because the aftertaste lingers longer, in my opinion, with Pepsi than with Coca-Cola. And believe it or not, in the Soviet Union, Pepsi actually had a bigger hold with their consumers than Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola is so popular here in the United States, right? And in the Soviet Union, they didn't like anything that was Americanized, so to speak. They were violently against it. But Pepsi's managed to make a deal with the Soviet Union, and because of that, a lot of Soviet people are familiar more with Pepsi than with Coke. And I don't know, I love the aftertaste of Pepsi a little bit more than Coke. And if you are a soda drinker, I highly recommend the Mexican sodas of Pepsi and Coke. Trust me, I bet money on it that they taste far superior to the normal cans and bottles that you can get in America. Far superior. They actually use real sugar, and it tastes so much better. And you also get a little caffeine buzz. 38 milligrams per the whole bottle here of Pepsi, which ain't too bad. That's about a cup of coffee. If not more. If I was to rate the Pepsi out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 6 out of 5. I like the aftertaste a little bit more than Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, I believe, got 5 stars or something along that nature. It's also a really good drink, don't get me wrong. But it just doesn't have a good aftertaste, in my opinion, compared to Pepsi. And Pepsi, from what I interpret the taste, it has a clove and vanilla aftertaste. You know, like those sweet and spicy kind of, what do you call them? Spices. Like nutmeg, a little hint of cinnamon. But I taste kind of more of a clove-like nutmeg kind of flavor with like a heavy amount of like a vanilla aftertaste. Which is really good, but initially my taste buds think that the Pepsi tastes like a chocolate soda for whatever reason. Then when the flavor lingers, for some reason my taste buds go haywire and just think of all these sweet and spicy flavors. Anyway, that's going to finish the video. You just watched my review of the Pepsi, 6 out of 5 stars. I think it's a little bit better than the Mexican Coke. But considering the fact it's also made in Mexico, I'd say the Mexican Pepsis and the Mexican Cokes are far better and tastier than the American Coke, because you can literally incorporate these sodas in anything. I've even heard of people that make barbecue with Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Get that. And Turkish Jade, I highly recommend it if you're into menthol, or if you're into the more interesting quality Camels. The Turkish blend series of Camels, in my opinion, are by far the best. You get the most variety in the flavor, and also the non-filtered ones are really good. The non-filtered Turkish and domestic blends are really good. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I wish all of y'all have a great day, and I hope the review was helpful for all of y'all that watch. And rock and roll and stay tuned. Have a good one.